When it comes down to transforming your life, creating more success, more abundance, manifesting the thing you want, and truly living your best life, it comes down to one thing. And that one thing is the key. Whether you're going to make it or not, or going to remain stuck where you are and plateauing, that one thing is the main thing that holds most people back from reaching the next level, and that is your identity. Once you shift your identity, you shift your reality. And this is the one thing that, if you look at all the most famous teachers throughout history, they all talk about the same thing. Neville Goddard often talked about the power of your self-concept. Tony Robbins talked about the power of your identity and how it shapes your life. Bob Proctor talks about the paradigm that controls you. Dr. Maltz, from the famous book Psycho-Cybernetic, called it the self-image. Dr. Joe Dispenza called it your state of being. And I could go on and on and on. Different terminology, all pointing to the same thing: how you see yourself, your beliefs about who you are. And this identity is like having a plane that is driving on autopilot. It's only taking you wherever you have set the destination, and the destination has been set and put in motion with your past experiences, your past thoughts and beliefs, and how you conditioned yourself to see yourself right now. It's a little bit like your character from a movie. Maxwell Maltz, in his famous book Psycho-Cybernetics, goes in depth in talking about his patient. He was a very famous plastic surgeon, and he was going through a lot of surgery to a lot of people, fixing a lot of things that were, on their faces, on their body. But he said that even in the most successful intervention, where the person looked perfectly amazing after the surgery, it wasn't enough, because many people, even after a perfect surgery, even after looking absolutely good on the mirror and to everybody's eyes, if they didn't change the way they saw themselves, the inner picture they had, what he called is the inner self-image, it will not change the way they felt about themselves. But it was only those who changed internally that picture they had of themselves that would change tremendously in their personality, their confidence, their self-esteem, and the way they were living their life. And so a lot of his work throughout the years, Dr. Maltz said that before going into surgery with anybody, when he started to learn about this power of the self-image, the identity, he would first help people change their self-image. And in many cases, there was no need for surgery anymore. That's how powerful it is. But we see we always focus on trying to change certain things, fix ourselves, without realizing that it's not the external picture that needs to be changed. It's the inner picture that created that outer picture that we see. And so I'm going to give you three simple steps that you can take in your life right now to change your identity and to change your life. And this process works. I had a client recently who works in sales for insurance, okay? And he had a very lousy salesman picture. He believed that he cannot sell very well. He believed that selling kind of feel bad because you have to be pushy, because you have to force things onto other people, and he didn't want to be seen as a bad person. So that image that he had made him struggle in his position. So what we did is to create a new self of identity, where he saw himself providing tremendous amount of value, tremendous amount of serving, helping others. We linked that selling equals serving, and that he was a great salesperson that is helping other people, and other people love him for that. And within a few months, he was on top of his company, crushing his KPI like never before. So this process works. Whatever it is that you want, you can use these three simple steps to create a self-image that will allow you to reach and manifest and achieve your goals. So the first step is this. You need to know what you want. Okay? If you don't have a clear direction, if you don't have clarity about where you're going to end up doing meaningless stuff and just remaining in your comfort zone. So I want you to write down on paper, what is it that you really want? What are those main goals, that main life that you try to design? If you could live your best life right now, how would it look like? I really want you to write this down on paper, all right? Because step 1 is critical in order to be able to do step number 2 and 3. Once you have that first step done on paper, I want you to go to step number 2, and this is to create a new version of yourself. And I want you to ask yourself this simple question: who do I need to be? Who do I need to become in order to create that life? And as you start to ponder on this question, and as you start to step in that picture, really associate with the life you want to live and see yourself in your mind living that life, it's so much easier for you to see yourself in the new way. What do you believe about yourself? What do you see yourself as if you are already living that life? Maybe you want to lose weight. Notice how you relate to yourself different. Notice how you relate to other people differently. Notice how you walk differently if you already have your perfect body shape, if you're feeling alive, if you have that tremendous amount of energy. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. And maybe you start to see yourself as a charismatic, competent communicator who is inspiring, connecting, and creating amazing content that people absolutely love, and you can give what you love to people, and you can create even a business out of it. Right? So I just want you to immerse in the person who already lives the life that you want, and write it down on paper. So what I do is that I put myself here on a little simple thing, and all around it I will write I am statement. I am a popular YouTuber. I am a charismatic teacher that helps and empowers people's life. I easily speak what I want, and I easily convey those ideas that I want to teach other people. Those are just a few ideas, but let it flow through. Don't be shy. Be bold when you write those I am statements, because what you write in those I am statements, you will become. Step number 3, once you have that new version of yourself that is going to help you and be the catalyst to create the life that you want. Step number 3 is to every single day, morning and evening, read those affirmations. You need to know them by heart. You need to be able to embody them. You need to be able to feel the energy. You need to be able to feel it in your body. So I want you to read it every single day for at least 2 weeks. And throughout the day, as many times as you can, keep telling yourself some of those affirmations. You don't have to go through the whole list, but pick a few that are the main one and keep on telling yourself when you're at work, when you commute, when you're standing in line, when you're cooking, when you're eating, when you're about to talk to some people, whatever. Keep on telling yourself who you are being, who you're becoming in this moment. This is how you rewire your brain to start to see yourself in a new way. And then I also want you to imagine at least once a day living that life that you want, being that person, having that thing, that life that you want. Whatever you wrote in step number 1, I want you to live it out at least once a day in your imagination so that you can truly connect to that. Because what you experience in your mind, you become. And the repetition is what's going to give a strong command to your subconscious mind. And if you do it over and over and over again, it's who you're going to become. And finally, the bonus. The bonus is this. If you really want to speed this up, once a day, act as if you are already that person. And let the inspiration come forward for what that one action is. Take one step a day and act as if you are already that person now. And let that action come spontaneously, because your subconscious mind will give you, if you ask for it, how can I act as that person now? You will get an idea and act as it. And when you do that, amazing things happen. Taking physical action is one of the fastest ways to bring this into your reality, because once you see it in your mind, you feel it in your body, and you act it in your reality, your subconscious mind will pick it up on all levels and be like, okay, so this is who we are now. This is what we're doing now. Let's go. And this is how you change your identity in 3 simple steps. The key here is repetition. If you do that for 1, 2, 3 days, nothing much going to happen for you. You might get a little perk, you might get a little things, a little bit of progress, but if you really want to change your life, and you gotta change your identity, and because your current identity right now has so much momentum, so much energy behind it, you need to put the efforts and remain consistent and bring so much repetition. And when you do that, the moment your subconscious mind takes it on board, it's on and it's done. And then it becomes so much easier. And then you'll be amazed by what just unfolds and how things just start to change around you to reflect your new image of yourself. Let me know what you think down in a comment about those 3 steps. Let me know if you have any questions. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Let's go. I'll see you next time. Be well.